lawless, godless days of the Old West, one man and one man alone stood for morality, righteousness, principle, and kosher food. Accompanied by his Gentile sidekick, the old Prospector,
That's me.
He became a legend in his own time. Ride with us now and witness the adventures of Abraham Greenberg, better known as the Frontier Rabbi. Tonight's episode finds the Frontier Rabbi seated near his campfire in the Wyoming Territory. The old Prospector has just finished watering the Frontier Rabbi's horse Zion and his own faithful steed Jezebel.
She ain't a steed, she's a mule. God darn it, how many
Join
times do I
them
gotta
now.
say that? Just big grammar.
Like that tune?
That's nice. Sure is pretty out here, though, ain't it, Rabbi?
You ain't a kidding, old Prospector.
What say tomorrow we go into town and shore up on our supplies?
That's probably a good idea. Listen, why don't you go check the horses, and I'll put out the campfire.
Dadgummit, Rabbi, don't go calling Jezebel no horse. She's a mule. There's a difference.
Oh, I'm sorry already.
Never mind. We got a long ride ahead of us tomorrow. Let's get us some shut-eye.
The next morning, we find the Frontier Rabbi and the old Prospector riding into Lone Pine.
Well, here we are.
Yep.
Let's tie up the horses and take a look around.
God darn it, Rabbi, if I told you once, I told you a million times. Jezebel ain't no horse, she's a mule. There's a difference.
Oh, my mistake.
Sometimes you ain't got no more sense than Jezebel, Rabbi. I swear.
Is that the sheriff walking this way?
Sure enough, reckon it is.
Howdy, old Prospector.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Howdy, Rabbi.
Shalom, partner.
Say, Rabbi, if when you got the time, maybe you could stop by the jailhouse. We finally caught up with old Snakebite Rabinowitz, and we're hanging him tomorrow afternoon. Seeing as how you two are the same faith and all, maybe you could have a talk with him. You know, seeing as how you're a rabbi and all.
Well, Sheriff, I'd be glad to, though I can't say I'm too thrilled about having a person of the Jewish faith being a condemned criminal. It casts a bad light on the rest of the community, if you know what I mean. Still, I suppose I have my duty.
Yeah. Well, anyway, tell old Poncho down at the jail I said it was all right. Be seeing you later, Rabbi, old Prospector.
So long, Sheriff.
Goodbye, Sheriff. Well, old Prospector, looks like we ought to head over to the jail.
Okay, Rabbi.
Anybody home?
Why, it's the Frontier Rabbi and the old Prospector.
Shalom, partner.
What brings you boys to the jailhouse?
Well, Pancho, we just talked to the sheriff, and he tells us you have Snakebite Rabinowitz locked up. He asked me to stop by and have a few words with him.
See, Rabbi, right through that door over there.
Much obliged, Pancho. Shalom, partner.
Who the hell are you?
The name's Greenberg, Abraham Greenberg, but you probably know me better as the Frontier Rabbi.
Never heard of you.
Well, be that as it may, I'm here because the sheriff tells me you're going to hang tomorrow. So what exactly was your crime, my son?
Rabbi, tomorrow I'm going to swing from that old oak tree because they say I stole some horses.
Ah, so you're a horse thief then.
That's just it, Rabbi. I ain't no horse thief. And I'd be the first to admit I'd done a few bad things in my day. When I was 5, I stole a Playmate's teddy bear. At 7, I used to pull the wings off of flies. At 8, I drowned my brother's puppy. And at 11, I killed my folks and sold my sister to some white slavers. So I guess I've set fire to about a dozen churches since then. Then I guess I kind of lost my sense of right and wrong, and it's been downhill ever since. But here's the funny part, Rabbi. Them wasn't even horses I stole. They was mules. The one thing they finally nailed me for, and I ain't guilty. Can you imagine mules?
There's a difference.
Hell, that's just what I've been a-saying. Oh, I guess it don't matter much anyhow. By tomorrow I'll be dead.
Now, hold on for just a minute.
What?
Well, it's a long shot, but it just might work. My brother is a lawyer over in Sagebrush Creek. You might have heard of him. His name is Sheldon Greenberg. Call him Shecky sometimes. Some people also call him the Frontier Shyster.
No, I ain't heard of him.
Well, anyhow, I was thinking that if he heard your story, he might be able to get you freed on a technicality. Now, don't get your hopes up too high, but I think it's worth a try.
Rabbi, if you can pull this one off, I'll be forever grateful to you.
There's no time to lose. Come on, old prospector.
Where I come?
Bless you, Rabbi. Hey, if you ever need any churches burned down or anything.
See why you want to go and save that no-good varmint anyway.
Don't you see, he was convicted of stealing horses, but they were mules. I would think that of all people, you would understand.
Well, he's just lucky he didn't try and steal Jezebel. I'll tell him what for it earlier. Yonder stands Sagebrush Creek.
Old Prospector, you take care of the horses, and I'll go talk to Sheldon.
Horses, Rabbi, if and I told you once, I told you 1,000 times.
No time for that now. I've got to talk to Sheldon. Shecky!
Hey, what brings you to Sagebrush Creek?
There's an important legal matter. I've got to see the judge immediately. It's a matter of life and death.
Hey, well, I'm on my way to see him now.
Well, let's go then. Well, old Prospector, I've got a temporary stay of execution signed by the judge, and Sheldon is preparing an appeal. All we have to do now is take this paper to the sheriff, and our mission of mercy will be finished. It didn't take us long to get back to Lone Pine.
Nope. Ain't that the sheriff outside the saloon there?
There's only one way to find out.
What?
If that's the sheriff.
No, I mean, what's the way?
What way?
What? Dadgummit, Rabbi, you sure can be aggravating sometimes. You know that? Let's just go and see if it's him.
Good idea. Sheriff, I got it. I rode over to Sagebrush Creek, and I have a temporary stay of execution for snakebite Rabinowitz.
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but we hung him over an hour ago, Rabbi. Sorry.
Now, don't go taking it too hard, Rabbi.
Oh, what the heck. We got a nice ride out of it anyway, right, old Prospector?
Hey, darn tootin', Rabbi. That was a good ride, all right.
Well, no use wasting any more time around these parts. Let's get to moseying up the trail. Shalom, Sheriff.
So long, Rabbi.
Hoyo Zion and Oy vey!
What tarnation was that guy anyway?
You mean you don't know?
No, who is he?
Why, that was the Frontier Rabbi.
Still never heard of him. And so ends another episode of that hero of bygone days, the man who circumcised the West, the Frontier Rabbi.